Hello, Alpha Slicers. Yes, you can see the joy, you can see the happiness, you can see the smile. I was listening to the music from my hometown, my home country. My name is Francisca, and I'm here to testify for the goodness of the Lord. God has been so good. I passed my NCLEX with 75 questions. Thanks to Mo for the encouragement, for the motivation, for everything. Sometimes people fail NCLEX not because they don't have the knowledge, but because they lack motivation. And once you don't have motivation, you can end up ruining every single thing in your life. Motivation is key. I think motivation is very, very, very important for someone to be successful in whatever they do. I was down. I had a baby in March, and I was preparing to finish school in May. And with all this pandemic, I was kind of anxious, nervous, and everything. So I ended up, developing postpartum depression. I was so worried. I'd already accepted a job offer at my workplace where I work as an SNT. And I didn't want to lose this job. I wanted to do my NCLEX and pass and so that I can maintain my job. And I needed the money as well. So I was kind of so depressed. And one day I was on Facebook and I see Mo, and I was like, this guy has the energy. This is the energy I need. I signed up for the free webinar. I attended it, and boom, that's all I needed. I wanted someone with positivity, someone with that strong energy, someone who will, encourage me to go for it. And Mo did just that. So once I signed up for the webinar, the 4 weeks, every time I clicked on an episode, the last slide, that is the motivation, the quote, the last slide, I was always looking into. First of all, the beginning of the episode, I was like so excited to listen to the testimonies of those who have already passed. And then at the end of the slides, or at the end of the episode, I knew I was going to get something incredible. That is the motivational quotes. And Mo's energy is all I needed. Even though I wrote notes, but I still needed that energy. You can see. I watched, you can see, I wrote notes. I wrote lots of notes. I wrote notes. You can see all that, all that, I wrote notes, but still, I think what helped me so much is Mo's energy. I am someone who wants, to be pushed to the limit. So Mo did that. Every time Mo spoke something and said, you got this, just know that time is not your enemy, wrong answer is your enemy. And when I went in to do my NCLEX, I put that in my mind. I'm like, time is not my enemy, but wrong answers are. So I sat down, I prayed. I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. I prayed, and God did his part. I did my part, and I left the rest for God to do his part as well. But still, I could hear Mo's sound, Mo's voice in my head. Time is not your enemy, but wrong answers are. So I didn't even look at the time. I focused on whenever a question came up, select all that apply. I focused on, true or false. I would read the question and see, is it true? And I wrote on the laminated card that they give you for like a scratch paper. I wrote it down. Is it true or false? And if it is false, I would, start looking for what answers do not fit, And that helped me because I got a ton of select all that apply, but I passed with 75. So that tells me that I was doing great. I passed them, even all those select all that apply. And before, select all that apply was my, my nightmare. Whenever I looked at a question that is select all that apply, I would shut down my brain completely. I would start to worry. Oh my God, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. But thank you, Mo. I thank you so, so, so much. If you're out there worried about NCLEX, that doesn't matter how many times you've failed. That does not define you. If you're out there and you want to pass NCLEX, I am officially a registered nurse. Don't look further. Look for more. Look for NCLEX webinar. This is the greatest, review I've ever found. My school gave me UWorld. I used UWorld and it didn't help me that much. I used ATI, but nothing really motivated me and made me feel confident in myself like Mo did. Mo made me feel confident. I had the knowledge already. I had the knowledge, but I needed, something was still missing. And that something was the motivation and the energy, because I like someone who pushes me. And Mo did that for me. So I went in, I was so calm. I didn't look at the time. And when it reached 75, my things shut down and they brought, the survey questions. And I was like, is this for real? But I was like, yeah, I got this. So I pulled the bull by the horns. That's how we say in my tradition. Yeah. So thank you so much, Mo. If you're out there, you're worried about passing your NCLEX, you have already accepted a job offer like I have, you have depression, Mo will push you, to do it. Mo will motivate you. I love the energy. I love the knowledge that Mo gives. I love the way he breaks down things in, the topics. Everything Mo tells you to do, please do it. You won't regret. This is the best NCLEX review ever. So for that, thank you so much. I think I should enjoy a little bit of